800-800-4600.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, call Crocker Law Firm.
Have you been cheated? Go to judgejudy.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
The boss says you don't do the procedure anymore because you don't have a license, right?
We're not doing it anymore.
Right. Until you get a license. Or maybe never. But I don't think that they did the wrong thing. And I think that you did an unwise thing by not taking a photograph of what you were complaining about. So I have to guess what is as a result of the old tattooing that you had and what's a result of this microblading that you had, which is semi-permanent.
Yes, ma'am.
But right now, the wisest thing for them to have done was to pay so far for the plastic surgeon, which is $1,575. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
It was completely out of line. It was way above where an eyebrow would even be considered to be placed.
She kept coming back to our clinic after she had her crazy eyebrows.
And when the technician came in, she told me she was licensed and certified.
There's no licensing laws for it's a new procedure.
I had to start wearing a baseball cap to work.
It's a murky situation.
Because I looked crazy.
I mean, we did everything we could to help her.
I was very unhappy, very scared.
We offered to redo the procedure.
As I was happy with the facility and was going to a licensed doctor.
I'm glad she's happy.
I will never go back there.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 5. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday evening. Starting to feel it, aren't you?
Yes,
starting to feel it?
I am. I'm starting to just feel a little bit cooler weather, maybe.
Starting to calm down just a little.
Yes, I like it.
Picked up a little bit of rain today, not much. Some people didn't even get anything. There's still a little bit out there on the radar. This is live radar as we scan around the area, and we're seeing a few showers just kind of here and there, but most of the activity is pretty much over. Nothing measurable in Bowling Green. You could call it a trace. Looks like Munfordville ended up with around 3/10 of an inch of rain. Morgantown 2/10, 1/10 of an inch up in Litchfield. Currently, temperatures are starting to fall, and we'll get down into the upper 50s as skies begin to clear overnight with some patchy fog. A look at your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Morgan?
All right, Chris. Tonight, Logan County authorities are still searching for an escaped inmate. They say Clavon Stevens walked away from an animal shelter where he was on a work release assignment. He was last seen on video walking towards the railroad tracks on 6880 near 79N. The sheriff's office says he has a shaved head, a scar on his forehead, and was last seen wearing all black. They say he is considered dangerous. If you do see him, contact 911 immediately. Kentucky's Chief Justice Lawrence Van Meter says he will not seek re-election for another term on the state Supreme Court. Today's announcement sets the stage for yet another transition at the helm of the state's highest court in 2024. Van Meter has served as Chief Justice only since the start of this year. He succeeded longtime Chief Justice John Minton, who decided not to seek re-election in 2022. Van Meter won election to the state's highest court in 2016. He represents a central Kentucky district. And the panel assigned to investigate how 12 horses died at Churchill Downs this spring says there's no single factor linking the deaths. However, the report from the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority says that despite no link between Churchill Downs racing surface and the deaths or pattern in their location, more screening to mitigate risks at Churchill Downs is needed.
There are so many different factors like coming together that can create a risk. We have a really significant and real opportunity to tackle all of those factors and make real progress. And if you look historically on kind of where we've been and where we are now, we have been making progress repeatedly over the years.
In the response to the report, Churchill Downs says it will continue to explore and invest in initiatives that support safety as its highest priority. Churchill Downs shut down its spring meet after the equine deaths. There's no recommendation from HISA to discontinue racing this fall. Racing at Churchill Downs will resume this Thursday during the fall September meet. Well, switching gears now, 1973 may be long in the past, but that's not stopping one county from revisiting it. News 40's Noah Fairber has more on the story and joins us now in the studio. Good evening, Noah.
Good evening, Morgan. 2 local counties are experimenting with time capsules for the year 2023, while one is revisiting the past with their very own capsule. I spoke with the Barron County Progress and the Logan County Chamber of Commerce to learn more about what their capsules have to offer. Take a look. In South Central Kentucky, the new craze seems to be opening time capsules. However, Barron County is starting to make their own to celebrate 2023.
The time vault will be stored in the courthouse. Our new courthouse will be on display there with the items be able to be displayed like this through the glass on the front of it. But right now we have some church directories. We have some events that went on. We have a flag that was actually a commemorative flag that was folded in honor of this the 50-year vault that we're putting together.
This is the first time capsule that Job is aware of in his years with the Progress.
The reason we're extending it to December 20th, that's the actual birth date of our county. That's when it was actually established. So the December 20th is the actual day we become 225 years old. We'll walk it to the courthouse if it's done, or it'll stay in a county government building. It'll be there, and we'll probably rope it off so people can come see it, and look through there and kind of see some things they recognize.
Meanwhile, Logan County is opening their capsule from 1973. And creating a new one to be opened in 2073.
A couple of months ago, it was brought to our attention that there was a time capsule buried on September 22nd, 1973, and it was meant to be open in 50 years. So to kick off our Tobacco and Heritage Festival, we will be opening the time capsule on September 22nd, 2023.
Polly has noticed a unique trend when it comes to time capsules in the year 2023.
You often hear of 100-year time capsules. It's kind of more rare to hear of a 50-year time capsule. Many of the people who were there when this was buried are still around. So that's exciting for them to be able to kind of look back and see what was buried and how far things have changed in just a short 50 years.
Now, the Barron County Progress is taking donations of items for what Job calls a time vault until the sealing date of December 20th. As for Logan County, their time capsule opening is next Friday, September 22nd, and items will be viewable for the following month at the Logan County Public Library. Morgan?
All right, Noah, thank you very much. Well, a local church in Glasgow is hoping to help out single mothers in the community. This Saturday, the Highland Hills Community Church is helping so many single moms with their annual free oil change event. It can often be difficult for a single mom to be able to stay on top of routine car maintenance. That's why the church is hoping to help out. Along with the oil change, there will be food and different activities for the kids while you're there.
It's a very needed service for many single mothers in the area who may not have the financial ability or the technical knowledge to change their oil. And so for us to be able to offer that free of charge for single moms in our community is really a blessing for us. So if we can go out and bless somebody and Jesus gets the glory for it, then absolutely, we're all about it.
You are able to pre-register for your free oil change, but it's not required. So if you're a single mom in Glasgow, stop by the Highland Hills Community Church on Saturday. Also happening this weekend, the biggest fiesta is coming back. The BG Fiestival is happening this Friday through Sunday. With food, you can see on your screen, it looks good. Music and dancing, there is something here for everyone at this biannual event. Plus, it's free. Often continuing late into the night, there is always a time to join the party.
My favorite part, personally, is the ambiance that we have. So, yeah, the food is delicious, it's authentic, and the dances are beautiful and everything, but it's the fact that people come in early in the morning and stay till very late at night, 9 p.m., and they just enjoy it with their family.
For more information, you can visit bgfestival.com. If you're in Scottsville, another family fun event happening Saturday morning, the Jacksonian Festival is kicking off. It's the city's way of commemorating the legendary Jacksonian Hotel. It sat in the middle of town and supported many citizens starting in the 1800s. It burned down 3 times since then and was finally retired in the 70s. The city has celebrated it in some way ever since. Last year was a big success, and they are hoping for even more traffic this year with much cooler weather on the way.
There's something to do for everybody. I mean, it's a free event. You can come, you can walk around. You do have to pay for your food, and whatever it is that you want to buy. But for the most part, I mean, everybody's getting to see everybody. I mean, it's fun for the whole family. It's just a good family-oriented event.
Keene said as a big organizer of the festival, she will be out there and hopes to see South Central Kentucky turn out as well. The festival is this Saturday, September 16th from 8 to 4. Well, here's something you don't see every day. Bats forcing a Kentucky elementary school to evacuate. And we're learning this time of year it's not uncommon to find these nocturnal creatures moving into your homes. So what experts say you should do to stay safe.
Wright Elementary School students have relocated for the week thanks to a bat infestation in their school. According to a statement issued by Shelby County Schools, the school has moved elementary students to Southside Elementary as they navigate the eviction of bats. As we head deeper into fall, there is a chance that more Kentuckians could be seeing bats around, according to mammologist and EKU professor Dr. Luke Dodd.
Here in Kentucky, this being a fairly temperate kind of middle portion of the United States and North America, this is a home that a lot of bats actually seek out during the wintertime.
Bats tend to be most active between the months of March through November, and right now many bats are looking to find a place to hibernate for the winter, leading some of the confused furry flyers into schools and even people's homes.
In the instances that we're kind of describing here, where somebody gets a bat in their bedroom or a bat like in the regular living quarters of their house, the bat doesn't want to be there. The bat probably accidentally got there.
And while bats can carry diseases such as rabies, Dr. Dodd wants to encourage folks to gently guide the bats out of their homes to best protect themselves and the animals.
The first thing that I would say is don't get close to the bat. The second thing is I would open up your windows and I would make sure the screens are out. The next thing is I would close all the doors, and I would, at that point, contact Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife and or Animal Control and see if you might need to have somebody come in and remove that bat.
Well, still to come on News 40 at 5, alarming news about the nation's leading over-the-counter cold medications. Well, you might be clearing out your medicine cabinet, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is in after the break with a full look at our forecast. Look at him examining his notes. He's hard at work. He'll tell us what we can expect to see for the rest of our week right after this.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Do you have bricks cracking, doors and windows sticking, or cracks in your drywall? USS is here to help. Changing weather conditions cause the soil around your home to shift and your foundation to settle, compromising your home's structural integrity. USS can stabilize and even lift your foundation with our customized piering solutions, all backed by a transferable lifetime warranty. Visit USS-KY.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
The Haven at Massey Springs is a special place. Alzheimer's and dementia residents need a special kind of care. So at the Haven, we take care of your loved one just like family. Our memory care program stimulates minds in a therapeutic environment and caters a plan of care as unique as your loved one.
Here at Massey Springs, family takes care of family, and it shows. Schedule your tour with us today.
the adventurous RAV4. It's ready to go anywhere, anytime.
Year after year, this is the best-selling SUV in America.
If you're looking for an all-wheel drive vehicle, you can't go wrong with the new Toyota.
Now, during Toyota's Truck and SUV Month, you can get 3.99 APR financing on a new RAV4.
Or 4.99 APR on the electrified RAV4 Hybrid. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Toyota Truck and SUV Month. The choice is yours.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
Welcome to the country.
We're back now with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, we know it's cooler because even the bats are hibernating. And I don't know if you could see Chris's note on your screens at home. Chris is Batman. I don't know if you knew that. But, you know, we've never seen Chris and Batman in the same room together. So it just...
You know, I'm saying, you know, anyway. I am Batman. Yes.
Love it.
So, anyway, if there are bats in your belfry, let's see what's going to happen with all that. Nice cool weather. The bats kind of love that. So we've got a little bit of shower activity out there. Last 4 hours on the radar loop, showing that most of the shower activity is now off to the east of us. Still a few remaining showers, and that's just ahead of the cold front, which is about to pass through the Bowling Green and southern Kentucky area. All of this shower activity will fade away as we go into the evening. Skies will gradually clear. We'll find a little patchy fog during the overnight hours. Temperatures not bad at all today. Look at this, 70s across the board, 72 in Scottsville, Gamale down toward Glasgow, 71 in Edmonton. That's extra nice, and it's going to feel like that for the next several days. There's still just a twinge of humidity in the air, but even this is going to go away by tonight and tomorrow. Dew points are in the low 60s, but we're talking dew points in the 50s and maybe even dipping into the 40s by tomorrow night. Yes, that big of a change coming to our forecast. High today, officially 77. 84 is where we normally are at this day and time of the year. 66 was our 24-hour low, and as I mentioned, we didn't pick up anything in the way of measurable rainfall around here. 77 right now, very pleasant. You can see a few clouds from the Kentucky Mesonet camera that's out at the Ag Expo Center. The winds are calm, and the dew point at 61, humidity at 58%. Looking at the map here, we're going to see the cold front come on through this evening. A few leftover showers back behind the frontal boundary as it slides on through, but high pressure takes over from here. You can see overnight tonight the winds coming in from the north and the northwest on the east side of that center of high pressure. That's everything. You see the circulation. Well, the circulation around high pressure goes clockwise, like the hands on a clock. So the winds will be drawn down from Canada across the Great Lakes and into the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys, and that's what's going to make us feel extra nice. By early tomorrow morning, about 7:30, maybe a few clouds and a little bit of patchy fog, but the day looks good. A lot of this scattered shower activity north of the Ohio River, not too worried about that. The air will be too dry for this, but look at the chilly temperatures. Some of this is in the 40s. For some places in Indiana and the Great Lakes as we get into tomorrow night and early Wednesday. 77, beautiful tomorrow. 78 Thursday, 79 Friday. Couple of showers Saturday and Sunday, not much though, and not a big change in temperature at all. Look at those lows, only around 50 for the next several nights after tonight. Here's what's coming up tonight on NBC 40.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Kroger, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Geez. Hey, Trent. What's going on? You've been here for 7 hours.
I'm having problems with this ain't. I'm coming back tomorrow.
I should have called JB. Trent, gee.
Should have called JB Electric. At JB Electric, when it comes to electricity, we don't mess around. Make the right call. Call JB Electric.
If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
By sharing your story, showing girls that anything is possible.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, Season 2, September 18th.
Oh my God! Ladies, let's go. Wait a minute!
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
At Kroger, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Well, if you're suffering from a cold and congestion, before you reach for that popular over-the-counter decongestant, there is something you should know. It doesn't actually work. That's right. A new FDA report says medicines containing phenylephrine and sold on store shelves are ineffective as a decongestant. You may remember back in 2006, cold medications containing Sudafed were moved behind pharmacy counters because the drug could be processed into methamphetamine. Well, drug companies were forced to find a substitute. Now, 17 years later, an independent advisory committee tells the FDA that the $1.8 billion worth of cold remedy drug makers sell each year are known to be ineffective. The agency says it will study that recommendation. Nearly 50,000 people died by suicide in the U.S. last year. That's according to estimates from the CDC. Officials also say that number has steadily increased over the past 2 years. Many Americans continue to face a mental health crisis. In tonight's Health Minute, we introduce you to a widow who is hoping her story will help change the narrative around suicide.
He was a complete and utter goofball. He drove us bonkers a lot of the times. We'd give anything to have that back.
He was a father, a husband, and a CEO at MARTA, Atlanta's mass transit operator.
You know, he had a really busy job, but he always was there for the girls.
Beneath Jeff Parker's exterior, there was silent suffering.
That shame and stigma is what gets in the way and prevents people from accessing help when they're struggling. And clearly that, I would imagine, was going on for my husband, since it was not something that we were aware of, that he struggled with.
On January 14th, 2022, Parker died by suicide.
And I think the thing I heard the most is, you all seem so perfect. You didn't seem like the kind of family that this would happen to. And I think that that really speaks to what we as a society think and conceptualize in our mind about what a person who is struggling looks like.
His wife of nearly 32 years is an advanced practice registered nurse at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. For the past decade, suicide prevention has been her focus. She says suicide stigma needs to be erased, and talking about it can save lives.
But if we begin to sort of change the narrative around feelings and emotions and see them all as normal and okay and expected, we can begin to get ahead of things like suicide, depression, and anxiety, because we're creating space and opportunity to have these conversations when difficult things come up. I would say that suicide does not have to be the answer. There is hope, there is help, and that you are loved.
Well, still to come on News 40 at 5. An impeachment inquiry and the avoidance of a government shutdown are at the top of lawmakers' to-do list as they return to Washington this week. A look at the disruptive fall agenda next.
You see the worst of the worst in this job, but I do it to bring justice for victims and help them move on with their lives. When a woman or girl becomes pregnant from rape, the trauma is unimaginable. Daniel Cameron thinks a 9-year-old rape survivor should be forced to give birth. Nobody, no child, should ever have to go through that. Cameron believes rapists deserve more rights than their victims. That's extreme, and it's dangerous.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Morgan & Morgan is not only America's largest injury law firm, we're also the only injury law firm in the world with lawyers licensed in all 50 states. With dedicated attorneys focused on personal injury, medical malpractice, insurance disputes, and many others, we have a 30-year track record of getting results for clients just like you. So wherever you are, whatever you need, our firm is ready to take your call. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Connect with WNKY News 40 on social media. Follow us at WNKY TV.
At Abound Credit Union, we're for tailgating and grocery getting. We're for belting it out and being rocked to sleep. We're for getaways and get-togethers, because Abound is for the auto loans and refinancing that bring value for living.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
Republicans say they plan to move ahead with an impeachment investigation of President Biden. This comes as Congress is already battling a tight deadline to keep the government running. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says investigations into President Joe Biden and his son Hunter continued even through the congressional August recess.
House Republicans have uncovered serious and credible allegations into President Biden's conduct.
House Republicans accused the Biden administration of leaning on the Department of Justice during its investigation of Hunter Biden and of profiting off Hunter's foreign business dealings.
We know that bank records show that nearly $20 million in payments were directed to the Biden family members and associates through various shell companies.
The White House responded saying the impeachment is politically motivated. White House spokesman Ian Sams tweeted, "Opening impeachment despite zero evidence of wrongdoing by POTUS is simply red meat for the extreme right wing so they can keep baselessly attacking him."
Speaker McCarthy has been under pressure from conservative members of his own party to bring this impeachment inquiry for months now.
Here we are, 8 months later, and we haven't even sent the first subpoena to Hunter Biden. That's how you know that the rushed and somewhat rattled performance you just saw from the speaker isn't real.
Some far-right members of the GOP may have forced McCarthy's hands because Congress has until the end of the month to pass spending bills or the government will shut down.
Use the power of the purse to stop this administration from trampling the American people.
Conservatives are demanding McCarthy comply with their demands, or they say they'll call for a vote to remove him as Speaker. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Well, stay with us. We'll have a final look at your forecast coming up right after this.
Listen to the WNKY News 40 weather drive time forecast. Weekdays on All Hit Woohoo 107.
Andy Bashir is lying about sex change surgery for kids.
Those procedures don't happen here in Kentucky.
That's not true. Bashir knows it, and medical records prove it.
LGBTQ advocates and the governor said these surgeries weren't happening. A newly discovered letter from UK Healthcare conflicts with that claim.
If Andy Bashir will lie about sex change surgery for kids,
Those procedures don't happen here in Kentucky.
what else is he lying about?
One is Superior Dentistry. Superior Dentistry comes standard at Chandler Park Dental Care. We're dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest standard of care. We are equipped with the most innovative and advanced technologies in dentistry. We've created an atmosphere that is judgment-free and comfortable to help you forget you're even in a dental office at all. We are a place that treats you like family. Give us a call to set up an appointment today and experience Superior Dentistry at Chandler Park Dental Care.
Morris Jewelry is this area's independent and trusted source for diamonds. We're an experienced direct diamond importer, and custom design is our specialty. With diamond engagement rings starting at $33 per month, our prices can't be beat.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
Every new Toyota is built for you.
Your adventure, your commute.
Your style, your comfort, your choice.
Now, during Toyota's Truck and SUV Month, choose from our extensive lineup of the longest-lasting vehicles out there.
Like the best-selling Tacoma, as comfortable off the road as it is on.
Now get 3.99 APR financing on a rugged new Tacoma, plus 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Toyota Truck and SUV Month. The choice is yours. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, Chris, we're about to get into those nice nighttime temperatures.
Yeah.
It's,
Ooh,
I
can't wait. It's going to be. It's going to feel even better than it does right now. We're looking at some partial clearing by morning, maybe a little fog tonight. Temperatures dropping into the upper 50s by early tomorrow morning. Any showers that are out there will slowly fade away as we head into this evening.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you so much. Thank you at home for joining us tonight. We will see you at 6 o'clock over on CBS. Until then, you can visit our website for the latest local news headlines. That's WNKY.com.